Hi guys, how you doing? So I thought I would bring back an old reading that I used to do a long time ago, which is going through the life path numbers for an actual reading for the month. So I don't really have time in order to explain how to do it. So if you go on Google or if you go on YouTube and actually type in how to calculate my life path number, once you've done that, you can also learn how to calculate your year number, so your personal year number. So when you look up those two, you can check out those two numbers for your life path. So as this is a life path number 1, if you have a healing year number 1, which is a personal year number 1, you can also watch this too. Okay, 1 and 2. Hope you get what I mean. A lot of you should already know your life path numbers or your personal year, but it would work out the same. Okay, so let's see what we've got for life path number 1 for September. I will explain towards the end. If you haven't seen this channel before, then I will explain for a lot of people towards the end of what we've got coming up. How you doing, life path number 1s? I have no idea who any of you are. I can hear that spiritually. I've got no idea what I am. Steve, what am I? Am I a 1 or am I 2? Some of you could be a 2 or a 1. I don't know. Kate, we're going to have to do 22, 33 and something else, I think, as well. Right. But life path number 1 for September 2020. Life path number 1, so you're dealing with a 7. So you're dealing with a 7. There is investments that are coming up for you, life path number 1 during September. Investing in business and investing into an idea. I think a lot of you have kind of had an idea that dropped. Someone could have got dropped. It's like, you know what, I'm fed up with waiting. And someone, it's like I heard that I've dropped you. I don't know if somebody dropped a vase. Face, I'm also hearing face race. Racy face. Somebody also on Patron, I heard Rachel. I'm hearing racial, also some kind of discrimination, racial discrimination. I mean, really. But I'm hearing Rachel discrimination, discriminating. I'm also hearing something about. Now we're going to go along the debating lines. Debate. Let's have a debate about it then. Is what I'm hearing. Life path number 1. Well, let's have a debate about this then. So, do I continue to invest into this work or do I not? It's like, well, I also this relationship. It's like, is it my time? Is it my time? It's like time. I got time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time. Someone spent time, like actual physical, like locked up time is what I'm hearing. It's like I've got time on my side. It's like, well, I've got time on my side and I can wait. I'm also hearing iron side as well, like some kind of iron. Oh, okay, hopefully something to do with cyanide. That did come up for an actual star sign reading. This is like someone could have been locked inside though, physical prison. Okay, there could have been some sort of sentence, and you're just waiting for this person. It's more like I've had so much invested into this, and how much time's gone by. It's like, Steve, you know what? My karma's telling me that I have to drop it, but I can't. And it's like I keep going by, and it's like, well, if I've spent a year with this person or I've spent 2 years, it's like I've spent a long time waiting, investing, investigating, also being investigated. Someone could be investigated in some kind of money discrimination at work, maybe, life path number 1. But I'm hearing, like, you know, when like 2 months go by and you're like, I've got this connection with this person, I just can't get them off my head, and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to give myself like 6 months. Some of you could be pregnant. It could be 6 months pregnant or 7 months pregnant is what I'm hearing. 6 or 7 months pregnant. But it's like, I've been doing this for 6 and I've been doing this for 7 months, Steve, and I've been doing it for 7 months. And it's like, well, 7 months has gone by. I have to keep investing into this person because we've had time. We've spent time together. Some of you are physically just spending time with family or spending time going over mulling. I'm hearing tire also. Something to do with tyres, probably a Cancerian maybe. But I'm hearing I'm tired of waiting. So you know what? You can wait for me, boo, but don't worry about me because I'm off. It's just like, listen, you don't have to wait for me. Listen, you can either catch up or not, but whichever way around it is, you don't have to wait for me because I'm going. So it's like, listen, I'm hearing that children, like, listen, you're going to be late. Get up, get your stuff ready and go. It's like, okay, well, you don't have to wait for me. It's all right. I'll be right behind you. It's something like this 7 here is right behind you. So it's like, well, you don't have to wait for me. I'm right behind you. It's like, I'll be there in a minute. Well, how long's a minute? Well, okay, well, give me 2. It's like, well, no, like, well, give me 7 minutes then. And hold on a second. Hold on a second. How long is a piece of string? And you're like, well, it's quite long, really. And so, yeah, well, I've been waiting a long time for you. And you know what, boo? I'm off because I can't wait for you anymore, too, is what I'm hearing. It's like, I can't wait for you any longer. I've got to go. I've got to leave. I can't wait for you any longer. Will you hurry up? Some of this is just family stuff that's going on. But if you're waiting for a partner, number one, life path number one, if you're like waiting for a partner, you're like, listen, will you hurry up? Sorry, family. If you're waiting, like, listen, I am waiting for you any longer. You're either going to be with me or be without me, but whichever way it is, I am going to have to start moving forward. Okay. This 7 here could be a Cancerian though. Okay, life path number 1 for September. Excuse my dog if you can hear it. It goes ballistic when people stand up and leave the house. It will bark at them and bark at them and bark at them and bark at them. And people just let the dog bark. Me, I'd shut the thing up. So, anyway, let's see. I love my dog, but man, I'm a cat person all over. I'm hearing cat. Let's see, life path number 1 for September 2020. Aries is up in the business. It's like, well, you're all up in my business. It's like, you're all up in my business. It's like, well, we've got business together. We are business partners. So some of you have got a business partner, or you want to partner up with someone. The person that somebody, well, definitely someone here wants to partner up for an Aries, whether this be you or them or somebody, but somebody here wants to partner up with an Aries specifically, okay? I want to partner up with an Aries. There is someone on the sideline here that's waiting for an answer. Now, if this is one person, it's one person. If it isn't, that's another person. Okay, which means you or somebody. But what I'm picking up is that someone is on the sideline waiting, as the other person is like, listen, I can't wait for you any longer. You took too long in order to be with me or be without me. So whichever way it is, what I'm heading towards is Aries. So if you guys are not interested in someone, this is the other person that's headed towards an Aries. Okay, if this person that you're indicative with has not been interested in you, then it's you that's going towards an Aries. Okay, but you could have Aries in your chart. Either way, you're heading towards a business deal, a business transaction, and also family as well. Investing with family business is what I'm picking up, number 1. So there's the number 2. There's the number 2 again. So there you are, number 1. Stuck in a rock and a hard place with a 2, maybe. Okay. But, okay, I have got so many decisions to make over work. Some of us are actually going to court, Steve. It's like 7, 8, 9, 10. It is a lot to do with family, though, this, and it is a lot to do with money matters at hand. There could have been plenty of opportunities that came your way, number 1, but you could have decided to reinvest. I'm hearing reinvest, because I'm hearing you are under a vest. But they come in 2 by 2, but they don't. They actually come in by 3s. Things happen in life in 3s. They all happen in 3s. Okay. So you've got 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is 3. So a lot of you could be indicative with maybe a Pisces, a mum maybe that could be Pisces, or the other person. And I don't lead people up the garden path, but in readings, if you're indicative in third-party relationships, the other people are in your reading, okay? Because it would still represent Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and Jupiter of other people watching. So keep that in mind. So what I'm hearing is that I'm actually hearing like a court case here, like a court's adjourned or like a hearing. Okay, and we're going to have to go back in order to hear something. We're going to have to go back to work, but I need to find out first if I can. There seems to be a lot of things going on around work and money and family. Some of you are really like having to save your money quite a lot. Some of you physically work like independently. 7 and 2 is 9, and you're like self-employed, okay, and your business is your own, right? So the money that you earn from your company is like your money. But there could have been like a lot of the coronavirus type sort of thing being around at the moment, and people are kind of like, you know what, we're having to save like every penny, and we're just now starting to go back to work. Some of you are now just starting to go back to work and realizing that I have money is everything. At the moment, every penny that we have is everything, or I have everything. You see, I'm hearing like I have everything, and I can take everything, and I can take it or leave it, and I can take you or leave you as well. I don't know where that message is coming from or who, but what I'm hearing is I can take this and I can leave this, and I can take them or I can leave you. It's up to you. Boo. Why on earth am I doing that? But it's like, unless some of you got revisited by a ghost or a person from the past, it's like, boo. It's like, whoa, where did you spring up from? That's what I'm hearing. Okay. But the energy of somebody here is like, you know what, I can either take this job or I can leave this job. I can either take it as it comes or leave it. But that could well be coming through as someone that's toying around a third-party relationship, maybe. They might not be toying with you, they're just probably toying with themselves, which is tormented. I can't make a decision yet. I physically can't. Because, you know, there could be someone that already has children here in this reading, right? And has a relationship that they have with someone that has children. And there could be solicitors, lawyers, and people. I'm also hearing laws, but also like things that bills, you know, general day-to-day life, and people have got families and bills and stuff like that. And for a lot of you, that's just going to relate to yourselves. But what I'm picking up is that some of you, if you are around a third-party situation, this person is keeping their options open, even though the seven of coins is there. But like, I'm keeping my options open, and I'll come to terms with things and make a decision on my own terms. Like, it's on my terms. Someone is kind of like now, like, you know what, it's now on my terms. I have the upper hand. I have the upper hand in the business, and I have an upper hand in the saying. So everything comes down to my energy of Aries here. Is that I have the final word, and I have the final say. Some of you are going through this like with an ex that someone could have children with. And it's like, well, I'm going to have the final say whether you like it or not. I say what comes and I say what goes. Someone is like, does the books and the keepings of the money. Okay, so I have to do this because if I don't add a little bit of pressure onto my seat, then it's right at the bottom and I get very uncomfortable. It needs pressure to spring. But what I'm hearing is that there is something to do with around the books go through me, the final word goes through me, the final say goes through me, the finances, because it could be this person that owns the business, you see, with you guys, with the Emperor. And the Emperor owns the business and owns the company and owns the clients that they have here. These could be clients, you know, to do with anything. But it's all client-based stuff for you guys through September, Life Path number 1. And it's like, it's on a need-to-know basis, and it's also on a basis of like, when clients come, they come, and if they go, they go, if they stay, they go, you know. And someone's organising that energy around your work, Life Path number 1, and it would more likely be Aries, okay? It probably has Cancerian in their chart as well, somehow. Could be a Life Path number 7 that you're dealing with here, mainly because a Life Path number 7 is the first card out, 7, okay? So you're dealing with someone that is dealing with themselves. They're probably running backwards and forwards, and they're kind of investing into themselves. 7 always invests into itself, always. It's everybody. It's everybody. Everybody is 7. 7 chakras, you know. So everybody is involved in this, okay, which is the family, the estate, the money, people on the internet. Some of you, if this is a relationship factor, it's like, well, I've had so much time, because I'm really picking up these 2 cards here mainly, okay, that someone is on the sideline waiting as someone's moving forward and say, well, you ain't got to wait for me, you have to do what you like. If you want to wait, you can wait, but I've got no time to wait. Like, I'm busy. Someone's very busy, and they're like, I can't wait around. Just hurry up. It's like, I'm moving forward, future forward. I'm definitely picking up like Cancerian energies as well, but that would still be 7. 7 is still the Chariot, whether it be Cancerian or not. It would still relate to that card. So here, what you've got is future forward. I've got to go forward, and I'm going to have to go forward on this idea. And I'm going to have to go forward, going to work again on a like plan of work, but like action, like a plan of action. Someone wants some more action, and they're like, "Oh, and I'm so bored. I just need some action." So, what you've also got is, for relationship wise, it's like, well, you can sit at home and do what you like. Some of this is the husband, right? And they're like, well, you can stay at home and buy the cooking and the shopping and look after the kids, because 7 has got one under its arm and one under its feet, right? So it's like, well, you can wait on me hand and foot, meaning that you can do the cooking, the shopping, the cooking, the cleaning, the day-to-day maintenance of everything, and then whilst you do that, I'm off to work here. But they're really trying to make a decision over work, and also they try to go over someone, meaning like, well, I've got to have a say in this. If I'm staying at home and cooking and cleaning and doing all the shopping and the errands and the running and the bills and the upkeep of the general house and everything else, I want to say of what's going on in the business, and I also want to say of what's going on in the family. So it's like, well, what do you say about it? And so, well, I don't know. That's your job. And it's like, what do you mean that's my job? That's also your job. We are also married or in a relationship. And so, yeah, well, we might be married and we might be in a relationship, but still that's down to you. And it's like, well, no, hold on a minute. I put the brakes on, And, yeah, I'm hearing that kind of thing. It's like, don't go over my head. It's like, well, that just went right over my head. It's like, just slow down a minute. What did you say? It's gone right over my head. Someone probably speaks very fast or quite a lot, and it's like, man, I can't. Like, I haven't got time to sit around and talk. It's like, I've got to go. And it's like, what do you mean you've got to go? It's like, hold on a minute, I just need another minute with you. And it's like, I'm definitely hearing that. Right. It's like, I haven't got time to sit and talk or sit around and wait. I've got to go to work. I said, well, you go to work, but I'll phone you in a minute. It's like, no, don't bother. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so we're going to go on with the rest of your reading, guys. So what this is, this goes to tier 1 and tier 2, okay? Because it is a monthly. It might change next month, but I'm going to probably keep up with these. But this is Life Path number 1. It goes to tier 1 and tier 2. The extended is going to be a full spread, and then clarify and see what you've got also coming up for your, if the messages change slightly from your monthlies or weeklies. But the bi-weeklies are only coming out over on, and they probably are, it depends when I upload this, which is probably on the 1st or 2nd. But the 1st until the 15th, and the 15th until the 31st, they're on tier 2, right? Okay, well, they will be. If they're not, they will be. They'll come out there, and they don't come out on YouTube or anywhere else. Star sign-wise, they all go to tier 2. This one, though, will go to tier 1 and tier 2, okay, because it's a monthly and it's a trial basis. Someone's going to trial, okay, someone is going to trial here, okay. But we're going to see, the reason why I'm doing this is because it'll break down the energies from star signs, and it'll give people a chance to look at the reading and the energy for the actual number itself, because it's involving your life path number of events that can never be changed, because it's your destiny. It's part of your destiny number. Okay, so here, so you can also look in your destiny numbers. So check on this for all of your numbers. If it relates to a number 1, check number 1. But we're going to go through the whole signs. If you want a personal reading, anything like that, you can reach out from the Show More section of my email. Okay, Skype call or tarot reading. But like I said, this goes to Patron, tier 1 and tier 2, guys. Okay. All right. If you've just found the channel, make sure you check out the channel messages and the monthlies and everything else. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks very much. See you soon.